Just please let us introduce our robot, Robert. Every day at our school, we have fun learning to code, engineer, innovate, and imagine robots and concepts that could one day help the world take another step toward a future full of innovation and advancement.
But all the talk about the future has gotten our team thinking about where robotics began. The history of robotics is often overlooked, and by looking at where it all began, it reminds us about how far robotics has come.
So for our project, we decided to put a unique spin on robotics by combining education, innovation, robotics, and history.
Robert is a robot that teaches robotics. He gives a lesson about the history of robotics while at the same time giving beginners an introduction to some important components used in robotics.
Robert has a door in his torso that can open and reveal its components. Robert has a gear ratio in the back, a motor for the arms and electric wires, and these three components will be used in turn with the history lesson, not only to give the beginners a good introduction, but to also give the experienced students a reminder on how far robotics has come. Robert uses 3 hubs. The first hub operates the touch sensors that are used for the buttons, and operates the motor for the arms. The first hub is also used for the face and connects to the computer, and a speaker for the voice. The second hub operates the door, and a color sensor is used for opening the door. The third hub operates the gears and the lights.
You may notice the 3 buttons on Robert's base. These buttons let him ask questions directly to the audience, and the buttons enable him to respond to the questions. This enables him to make his lessons interactive and engaging, making learning fun and enjoyable for all audiences. Imagine the look on a little kid's face as he tells his parents he just spoke to a real robot. This is Robert's second purpose, getting young people interested in robotics.
If you thought Robert was only for older people, think again. Robert has 3 different levels of speech that can be used depending on the audience. One for little kids, one for middle school, and one for high school.
We took inspiration from TED Talks, where multiple people can learn at the same time. There are other robots that have a similar purpose and concept to Robert. However, we believe that Robert is superior to the other robots. This is because Robert not only gets young people excited about robotics, but also teaches them valuable concepts and skills that are important in robotics. Robert is also designed to talk to a group of people, while the other robots only talk to one person at a time. This leads to less people and less age groups being aware about robotics, as the other robots lack Robert's capability to teach to varying ages.
But that is not all. Robert has one more trick up his sleeve to make the learning better for young people. Jokes. Robert will tell robot-related jokes to make the learning process even more fun for little kids. He will often ask for feedback on the jokes, giving people more opportunities to interact with Robert.
We designed Robert to use and teach about components that are simple and used frequently throughout robotics. This makes Robert's lesson effective, because motors, gears, and wires are quite common components and important to learn, but they are simple enough to not overwhelm beginners. This lets beginners have a good start while learning a lot.
Thank you, judges, for your valuable time. Now it is time to meet our friend Robert.
Hi, how is your day going?
You press green for good and red for no or bad.
Good to hear. You want to hear a joke? Did you hear the story about the headless robot? According to reports, he completely lost his mind. Did you enjoy the joke?